Join my Patreon at patreon.com/bunnytails for the full uncut reactions. Thank you for watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to Star Trek, the original series. We're going to watch another episode today, which I am very excited about. I don't really know what this episode's going to be about. Of course, I never do, which is always very exciting. But today we're going to be watching an episode called Dagger of the Mind. And ready to go where no bunny has gone before. Hope you guys enjoy. And see you guys in the comments. Tantalus. Penal colony. Caution. Sensory drugs. So we're delivering supplies. Penal means like a jail, right? Like a penitentiary.
Having trouble, gentlemen?
I just don't understand the problem, sir.
You're beaming cargo down to a penal colony, Mr. Berkeley.
There's security force field, sir.
Tantalus cargo ready to beam up.
Classified.
Oh, Mr. Berkeley, you might refamiliarize yourself with the manual on penal colony procedures.
Immediately, sir.
I think you can take the time to lock this up first.
That's embarrassing. But Kirk is very, like, he's pretty easygoing about it. Whoa. Did we know that there was going to be a crazy looking man inside this box? Is he a stowaway? Ooh, the karate chop to the back of the neck. Another intruder aboard the Enterprise. Boy, this sure happens a lot, doesn't it?
Exchanged cargo with penal colony on Tantalus 5. Have departed without going ashore. I would like to have met Dr. Adams.
Tantalus colony to Enterprise. We are unable to locate one of our inmates.
An escapee. He saw the opportunity and he took it.
This is a potentially violent case.
Enterprise acknowledging. Stand by.
Well, how scary can one inmate be, right?
All sections to alert condition 3. Intruder report.
He has a crazy looking look in his eyes.
Tantalus colony, Adams here.
It appears we may have an inmate of yours aboard the ship.
Transporter crewman found unconscious, Captain. Cargo case open and empty.
Make that definite, Doctor. He's aboard.
He's here.
He's clever as well as extremely violent.
Damn, they're jumpy.
You Earth people glorify organized violence for 40 centuries. But you imprison those who employ it privately.
And of course, your people found an answer.
We disposed of emotion, Doctor. Where there's no emotion, there's no motive for violence.
Good point. Oh, shit, he's here.
My name is Van Gelder. I want asylum. I want your promise first. Your word that you won't take me back there.
Now, does Kirk have the authority to do something like that? He might.
No promises.
No, I'm not going back. I'll disable your vessel first. Destroy your control panel.
But you're outnumbered. Oh, that would be bad. I guess he could just do that with the gun real quick. Oh, well, nope. Spot got him. I feel like that guy could have done that a little bit better. Like, not promise you won't take me back, but like, promise to hear me out. Maybe he has a good reason. But now they're not going to hear him.
What did you say your name was?
My name is...
Huh? My name is what? My name is who?
Director at the Tantalus colony.
Did he say he was the director?
I was a graduate of... I was assistant to...
This is making me very uncomfortable.
I knew they've erased it. Edited.
Edited his mind?
But I won't forget! I won't forget! Well, I won't let you take me back! I'm not going! I'm not going! No! No!
That was some intense acting right there. I bet he's telling the truth.
An identification tape from our ship's library. on Dr. Simon Van Gelder.
Dr. Van Gelder? Committed to Tantalus Colony when?
Assigned there 6 months ago as Dr. Adams' associate.
Assigned to work there.
This is Captain Kirk. I'd like to speak to Dr. Adams. Dr. Adams, regarding your escaped man.
He'd been doing some experimental work, Captain. An experimental beam we'd hoped might rehabilitate incorrigibles. Van Gelder felt he hadn't the moral right to expose another man to something he hadn't tried on his own person.
That doesn't quite ring true.
No? Why not, Bones?
I don't believe him. Bones, are you aware that in the last 20 years, Dr. Adams has done more to revolutionize, to humanize prisons and the treatment of prisoners?
Jim, listen. If something unusual is going on down there, I'm required to enter any reasonable doubts into my medical log. That requires you to answer in your log.
This is Bones' episode to shine, huh? His intuition and his emotional thinking is gonna win the day. I hope that's where this is going.
Dr. Adams, I'm required to initiate an investigation.
I'd take it as a personal favor if you'd beam down and look into it yourself.
Enterprise out. Find me someone in your department with psychiatric and penology experience.
Well, he doesn't... The guy down there doesn't seem to be hiding anything, but... What are you smiling about, Kirk?
As for my last entry, it seems I will get to meet Dr. Adams at last.
Hey, I think we learned from the last episode, never meet your heroes.
Van Gelder's still violently agitated, Captain.
So the reason they get rid of the cages is because they mess with their prisoners' brains, maybe. Like, they make them more docile. They make them into, like, more like vegetables or something, maybe. Hello! Pointy boobs.
Dr. Helen Noel, Captain. We've met?
Are you sure we've met, lady? I never forget a boob. I never forget I never forget a face.
Don't you remember? The science lab Christmas party?
Yes, I remember.
You dropped
Yes,
in?
yes, I remember.
Did they fucked.
Mr. Spock, you tell McCoy that she had better check out as the best assistant I ever had.
I feel like they had a fling at that Christmas party. Right? Man, this show is fun. This is fun.
In here, I presume, Doctor.
Perhaps it would be simpler if you called me Helen, Captain, since...
This is another time.
Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna start like... I'm like, dang.
I wouldn't recommend it for weak heart.
It's a fast elevator. Sheesh. I thought they were just gonna like start, you know, making out or something.
Hello, Captain Kirk. And,
Dr. Helen
It's
Noel.
McGee.
welcome to Devil's Island, Doctor.
Thank you.
I believe regulations call for me to check my weapon.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary in your case, Captain.
Well, he seems very like cooperative and not like, you know.
Ah, Lethe, come in. Lethe came to us for rehabilitation and stayed on as a therapist.
I love my work.
Do you now? You seem to love it very much.
I was another person. Malignant, hateful.
Yeah, they're reprogramming their brains.
That person no longer exists.
Part of our cure, if you will, Captain, is to bury the past. Well, I feel quite sure that you'd concur with me in that, Doctor. Helen. May we never find space so vast, heart and mind so empty that we cannot fill them with love and warmth.
Like everything's too perfect that it's just not. It's bad.
Doctor,
Yes? It was just an experiment that went wrong, I'm afraid.
may I see it?
Captain, if something hasn't worked out and therefore has no scientific
Shall we leave it
value-
up to the doctor?
Since you brought me down here for advice, Captain,
One of the advantages of being a captain, Doctor, is being able to ask for advice without necessarily having to take it.
No, neutralizer.
This poor guy.
Can you explain that, Dr. Van Gelder?
A device. Store. Control panel.
Yeah, okay.
Alert! Alert! Ah! Ah!
Jeez. I wonder if his brain is like, it's under a lot of stress because he hasn't had his neural neutralizer or whatever.
Above neutralizes brain waves, relaxes the patient.
One question, Doctor. If it doesn't do any good,
Why do we go on using it, Captain?
Good question.
Yes, there's always that slight chance that it might do some good in the more violent cases.
Tranquilizers are fine, Captain. But to continually pump chemicals into a person's bloodstream...
Exactly my point, Helen. Yes.
how does it work?
Quite simple. And the large control here changes the strength of the brain neutralizing beam.
I'm not acquainted with this particular style of equipment, but I can assure you that Dr. Adams has not created a chamber of horrors here.
You haven't mentioned where Dr. Van Gelder's injury occurred.
Right here, Captain. He tried it alone and on full body.
Mm-hmm. Did he do it to himself, or did someone else do it, like you?
You will forget all you have heard. To remember any portion of it will cause you pain. Terrible pain. Growing more terrible as you fight to remember.
Jeez, that's horrifying.
Can you give us your present location, Captain?
In Dr. Adams' study, Mr. Spock. Why?
Then you're with Dr. Adams now.
Affirmative.
So they can't talk to him frankly.
Van Gelder has made reference to a particular treatment room.
Yes, he was injured there. I've seen the room. Go ahead, Mr. Spock. Anything further?
Not that he can say in front of Mr. Adams here.
Second in command, Captain Kirk. Please.
Oh, he
Go ahead
is.
and speak freely. I have to check in with a member of my staff anyway.
He is being so cooperative, but there's just something weird.
Van Gelder is extremely agitated, Captain, and warns that you're in danger.
Oh, that's foolish.
Why is she so, like...
According to Adams, Van Gelder created his own problem.
But we still have some doubts up here, Captain. Can you tell us any more?
Not really. I think we'll spend the night here, Mr. Spock.
No! No!
He said, no, no, no.
No! Don't let him stay! Don't let him stay! Don't! No, no, don't hypo me. But you must listen.
Listen to him.
Dr. Adams will destroy.
Destroy how? What?
It's so hard for him to get the words out because he's fighting with the conditioning. He's going through like immense pain right now, I bet.
I must now use an ancient Vulcan technique to probe into Van Gelder's tortured mind.
An ancient Vulcan technique?
I've never used it on a human, Doctor. Part of our private lives.
Jim Kirk could be in real trouble. Will it work or not?
It could be dangerous. Do you understand?
You must open my mind. Let me warn you, explain to you.
Because he can't verbally do it. So he's never done this on a human, and human and Vulcan physiology is very different from one another. So this is, yeah, dangerous.
I begin to feel a strange euphoria. Your body floats.
Okay, this sounds pleasant.
Our minds sharing the same thoughts.
Yeah, it's very intimate scene there.
What did you think of the inmates we saw here this afternoon?
You could have waited until tomorrow morning to ask me that, Captain.
I didn't.
I thought you
I
were
didn't.
happy.
So answer.
Well-adjusted.
But a bit blank.
Captain, if you're questioning the methods of a man like Tristan Adams...
I'd like to see that treatment room again.
She is just an Adams groupie. She's too biased.
The only way I can be sure is to see that machine at work. Or is that too impractical and unscientific of me, Doctor? Well,
Coming.
I don't know if I much care for this lady.
He can reshape any mind he chooses. He used it to erase our memories. Put his own thoughts there. Our minds so blank, so open,
that any thought he placed there became our thought.
So he takes away their identity.
Wanting any word from him, love, hate, die, to be empty.
I'm like mesmerized by this.
Can this be handled with reasonable safety, yes or no?
Yes.
And
How do
will
you
you be
know?
able to determine if that beam is harming me in the slightest?
Yes, Captain. I know my profession.
I would not trust her. Gosh, I let me tell you guys, I just gotta say something. I would do this mind meld thing with Spock any day of the week. He can get up in my face and whisper sweet nothings into my ear. This is a horrible idea.
We already tried it for that long, Captain. Your face went completely blank.
Try a harmless suggestion.
You're hungry.
You know, when we finally get through this, I'd like to locate and raid a kitchen somewhere.
I put that suggestion in your mind, Captain. I think we should try this again.
Yes. Pick something unusual, an unusual suggestion. Something we can both be sure of.
At the Christmas party, we danced. I suggest now that it happened in a different way.
Oh my. Ooh la la. Oh, he likes that. Oh.
Now, Captain Kirk is going to have a complete demonstration.
Oh, are we going full power?
You're madly in love with Helen, Captain. You'd lie, cheat, steal for her. Sacrifice your career, your reputation.
Oh my.
You must have her or the pain grows worse.
I don't like this at all.
For years you've loved her, Captain.
Now do you see, Helen?
I need you, Helen.
Now, Captain, you must take your phaser weapon and drop it on the floor. The pain increases unless you obey me.
I knew this was a bad idea. You should never put your brain in that thing.
And now you're communicating. Drop it on the floor.
He's not... Drop... Wait.
Kirk to Enterprise.
He's fighting it. He's fighting it.
Try to remember.
Loved you.
He placed all that in your mind.
For years.
Remember.
Well, good on her for not rolling with it. She could just be like, damn, I got myself a hubby. He loved me forever.
Give me a hand here. Pull.
What is he trying to do?
Air conditioning. It has to connect with other ducts and tunnels. You can get through this. Have you had any training in hyperpower circuits?
No.
Touch the wrong line and you're dead.
Anything's better than Adam's treatment room.
Touch the wrong wire and you're dead. All right. Have fun.
Time for another treatment?
Well, he's putting a lot of trust in her.
Please don't fight me, Captain. Pain only gets worse when you're done.
This guy is just... He thinks he can just do whatever he wants.
You believe in me completely.
I believe in you.
Trust you.
Do you know Dr. Van Gelder was down on his hands and knees sobbing at this point?
He is on a power trip.
The woman doctor. She's gone, Dr. Adams.
Where is Helen? And with what instructions?
Well, he's asking the right questions, but Kirk's got a strong will and a strong mind. Well, I don't see any... I thought she had to pick a wire or something. Oh.
Find that girl.
Ah! Yeah! Oh, he recovered quick. Go, Kirk!
Get some security people and follow me down.
Spock's like, I'm going down there. I've been waiting for this moment. Oh. Time to get a taste of your own medicine, huh?
Darling, are you all right?
Yes.
He still has, yep. Oh.
Dr. Adams did this to you.
Dr. Adams.
Did I come in at a bad time?
The treatment room. Follow me.
I love Spock.
Jim!
Oh, the whole ship's down here.
Power came on.
He's dead, Captain.
He's
The
dead.
machine was not high enough to...
But he was alone. Can you imagine the mind emptied by that thing? Without even a tormentor for company.
I understand.
Well, there's that problem solved. That guy was just on a power trip. He had all those people to do his bidding. He got fame and fortune.
Oh, Captain, there was a message from Tantalus Colony, sir.
It was from Van Gelder. He thought you'd like to know the treatment room had been dismantled.
So, they sent him back. Van Gelder.
It's hard to believe that a man could die of loneliness.
I believe it.
Not when you've sat in that room. Take us out of orbit, Mr. Spock. Ahead warp factor 1.
Sometimes the endings of these just confuse me. Like when he's like, oh, I believe that someone could die of loneliness since I've sat in that room and I've experienced that pain and torment. And then he just like smiles as Bones walks away. And I just don't understand like why is he smiling? Am I missing something? Well, the idea of mind control, of brainwashing, has always been something that I found very scary. I've seen it in other like movies and shows before. I can't think of any specific examples. I know there was like a movie, like an 80s kids movie where I don't know if it was Explorers or something else, but one of the kids gets like hypnotized or something. And as a child watching that, it just gave me the heebie-jeebies. And yes, I did not like it here either. Being forced to think or feel something that is not your own thoughts and being powerless against that is absolutely mortifying to me. I liked the guy who played Van Gelder. I thought he was very magnetic with his performance. I wish that we could have seen more of him. I thought the episode was going to focus on him, and I was really excited about that, but it kind of went over to Kirk and Helen and Dr. Adams, which was still very intriguing. But I would have liked for Van Gelder not to kind of like fade into the background so much as he did. Maybe if we could have at least had a conversation with him at the end after everything's said and done. You know, did he get help? Is there a way that over time or some kind of treatment that he could get healed from his affliction of the mind? It seems like he was better. I assume they sent him back down there. He took over as director and is able to start being in charge, dismantling the room, things like that. So I felt like there was a little bit of something missing there. I think I'm going to really have to watch the episode maybe again maybe I missed some kind of clue of why Helen was so combative at first, why she was so like quick to defend Adams and everything that he was doing there. Like, she saw the people just like Kirk did with like the blank expressions, no emotions whatsoever. Was she just turning a blind eye to it, I guess? she looked up to this guy. I feel like I missed a little bit of something there, but and lastly, when Spock was doing the whole, I don't even know if I should say this. We're all adults, right? When Spock was doing the whole, I don't remember what he called it, but the mind sharing experience, it was very sensual. It left me feeling some type of way. And I hope we see more of that, because that was an experience for me. And then the scenes with Kirk and Helen afterwards, after the whole Spock thing, just kind of left me a little bit frustrated. There's a little bit of tension that I'm feeling. But anyways, that was just a very interesting and strange episode. And right now, I just don't know how I'm feeling about it, to be honest. And I guess that's really all I can come up with for the moment, but I'm sure I'll have more thoughts on it later. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys next time for more Star Trek. Until then, take care.